practical fire brigade type activity with them as well. So they're not technically teachers, but we use the parents and teachers type content when we're working with organisations like that. This one is a slightly more recent one, being Marks and Spencer's. So they contacted us and said that they would like to write some content for our website because they are the UK's largest provider of school uniforms. Yeah. So there we go. So we've got lots of different interesting things going on. We communicated with our practitioners a year ago in the form of a survey and asked them to rate their interaction with us since they've joined the team. And I wanted to share some of those results with you here. So things like our approachability, responses to requests, professionalism. In every area we scored either highly or very highly, according to our practitioners. In addition, they said stuff like this. Over 71% said they think our innovations are very forward-thinking. I'll be sharing some of those with you later. Who got a bit of jigsaw puzzle in the post, by the way? Yeah, so you get the idea. Almost 70% said that we go beyond the call of duty to support them. 73% said the support of the team has been what's really worked for them. I'm really passionate about that because I spent a long time being a therapist by myself, and it was lonely, you know, and I'm not used to that. And just being able to skill share and offload and all of those things is really important. 80% said we have more than met their expectations since they did their training with us. And what else? Oh, let me show you these. I'll just leave that one there for a couple of minutes. Pick one or two to read. This is stuff that they actually said about us. I asked them if they could be here with you today, what would they want you to know? It's not all positive. Okay, so some of it you're going to read, and it's, you know, it's quite refreshing. But take a look at some of what they've said. I can't guarantee the rebirth of sanity for everybody. I don't have that effect on everyone necessarily. And then, as we mentioned earlier, we also sometimes go slightly in disguise, depending on who we're working with. So as well as the regular NLP4Kids logo, you might see some of these which are also all us. So the teams one there, the students one there, we use in conjunction with NLPs. For kids most specifically, parents and teachers and Hypno you've seen today. The NLP for professionals ones, that's where we're working with people who aren't parents, aren't teachers, but there's something else. It's kind of similar stuff, but it's not necessarily parenting or teaching. So we sometimes use that logo too. Alright, so this is where we were before lunch. How to make a brilliant business in working with children. So we've got some key areas here that we're going to take a look at. The first one is team. What I want you to do is turn to the person next to you, and I want you to come up with 3 reasons why being part of a team is important for you, what it gets for you, and what it allows you to do. Okay, what are the benefits of being part of a team? Off you go. part of the team allow you to do? Support, yes. Sounding board, yeah. It's not all your ideas are great ideas, are they? Yeah. What else? Sharing information, yeah, definitely.
Perspectives on things.
Various
perspectives on...
Different perspectives, yeah. Move to a different chair, look at what you're doing, yeah.
Being part of the community yourself.
Yes. Yeah, and I think there's something with that which isn't just about the sharing and, those other good things. It's actually about the feeling that gives you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that kind of connection, isn't it? Yes. Anything else?
Nullifies the isolation of working alone. I think you have to be a certain individual to sort of cope with working alone.
Yes.
The benefits.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's really important just to connect with other people, because you can go down, one path and it would worry me just not having any kind of checking out that everything's going okay.
Absolutely. The video that you saw before lunch for the property that we bought, when I found that property online, it was midnight, and I'd been out with my friends that evening. And so I'm, going through, Rightmove app on my iPad, found it, thought this could work, and started doing some sums. Fast forward to 7:30 the next morning, and I'm still sitting there doing my sums, convincing myself this is going to be amazing. At which point I decided that I might be A, insane, B, correct, or C, on the fringes of some form of psychotic episode from lack of sleep. So I decided at that stage I needed to check with someone else. So I went and woke one of my friends up and said, okay, this is my idea, this is what I need to tell you, and had to run it past them because I actually wasn't too sure for myself. I didn't have any conviction left because I brainstormed it to death by that point in time. So you absolutely need to be able to sort of reach out, because sometimes you have ideas and it's like, does this actually work in the real world, or have I missed something really fundamental here that could be important? Yeah. Yes.
I'm already part of a franchise, so what I've valued about it is that there's somebody who's got their antennae up for what's happening out there that's going to affect you in the future. So legislation, all the legal side of it, which is a nightmare if you're trying to do everything else as well.
Yeah, one of the things we do with the work that we do with schools is we very often tap into a funding source called Pupil Premium. And whenever I talk about this on training, there's always someone who goes, how do you find out how much Pupil Premium is available? And I say, you ask me for the spreadsheet. That's it. I have the spreadsheet. I know this stuff. So yeah, absolutely. There are people that have the extra information that you might need. Yep. All right, good stuff. This is one of my original teams. You might be wondering why we are dressed like that. So we were hosting an event. It was a mass phobia cure that we were hosting in aid of comic relief. So it was free for people to come, but they did have to make a donation to the charity. And we had this idea that if we went out onto the streets to publicise it, we would obviously get more people there, but that we would really stick in their memory if we were dressed as superheroes. Not too sure where that idea came from exactly, don't think it was me. However, as it turns out, superhero suits are surprisingly expensive, except if you get them from eBay China, you get buy two, get one free. Now, actually, something really funny did happen. We were in a place called Boreham Wood, and we decided that the best place to try and get money from people was near the cash point, because they've got cash. Because they've just been to their cash point. So we're standing by the cash point dressed like this, and saying to people, this is what we do, blah, 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 collecting money. And very sadly, a man was mugged at the cash point, but he came to us, dressed like that, and said, can you help me? Even the man took my card, and we went, okay. We didn't chase after him, but we did call the police, and the three of us ended up in the back of a police car dressed like that. So yeah, your team is there to get into all sorts of trouble, but obviously has lots of benefits too. Also, people to consider as part of your team is your mentors that you might have. And since I'm So Andy Harrington was one of my NLP trainers and has mentored me in that aspect of things since then. Jonathan J used to have a company called Success Track, which was a marketing company, so I used their facilities there. Simon Coulson is internet marketing, so he's helped with the development of the NLP4Kids site. And Mark is my current mentor. He specifically works with children's franchises, so he's really sort of fine-tuning what we're doing now. So yeah, mentors have been very important for me, but I want you to have another quick chat with the person next to you now. What can a mentor get for you or allow you to do that you might not be able to do as easily on your own? Okay, so off you go, a couple of minutes.